In this episode of Fictional Hangover, we talk about how the Cullens should have had a donut lifestyle, that vampires really should not be messy eaters, and the science of vampire diets in our discussion of Dracula's Brunch Club by Brian Gonsar and illustrated by Keenan Gaybba. Hey everybody, welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about books that's full of spoilers. Every week we discuss a different book in way too much juicy detail. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire. And today we're going to discuss Dracula's Brunch Club by Brian Gonsar and illustrated by Keenan Gaybba.
Standard disclaimer. If you haven't read this book, I think we'll have to let you slide this time because it's pretty new. Please remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers. If you haven't read and don't want to be spoiled, stop listening to us and go read the book. Then come back. If you haven't done this but want to pretend that you have, or if you don't care about spoilers, or if you just like the show so much that you don't care about any of that, then listen up.
To be fair, though, it was pointed out by yourself in one of the new and indie spotlights.
Yes.
And we loved the sound of it. And then the opportunity came up for us to cover it. And we both started laughing at the sample panels.
Yeah.
And like, yes. Yeah, it's happening.
We're doing it. And I'm not ashamed.
It's available at the library. It's available on the library apps. So, just it's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's my background information. What's yours?
I read an interview with Fanbase Press about the creative process in working with Keenan, and Brian says it was a very collaborative process. We met online after I saw a music video he did for All Time Low called Monster. This was both their graphic novel debuts, and they did a lot of learning and experimenting together. And then he talks about color palettes and designs and things like that. But then he wraps up this question by saying, I do feel it's important in any creative field to have a creative partner, another person to bounce ideas off of, pick you up when you're feeling unmotivated, and help elevate one another's abilities.
Aww.
And I saw that and I went, oh, it's us.
Oh. That's so sweet.
That's me being cute.
It's as cute as this graphic novel and as sweet as a jelly donut.
Aww.
/ jam donut.
Aww. No, just jelly. Just jelly donuts, Claire. They're jelly.
You see, you say jelly and I instantly think like British jelly. As in jelly on a plate, wibble wobble, jelly on a plate. And I think that inside of a donut, blech. But when I think jam inside a donut, interesting.
Well, it's not what it is. It's not that. It's what you think it is. It's what you.
What I
jelly
know
and
and have to
jam are
understand
different
as a
things in the
non-American.
United States.
Yes.
What are your initial thoughts?
This is so much fun. I loved it.
Me too.
I loved it.
I'm glad I found it.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 thumbs way up.
Yeah, for sure. And my initial thoughts are just, yes.
Tick.
Yes. You can say it any way you want. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Now say it with a Transylvanian accent.
Yes. Whoa.
Whoa, yes, whoa.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's accurate. It's not stereotypical at all. It's real. Whoa. Oh my god, let's get started.
Yeah.
In Transylvania, at Count Dracula's castle.
Are we going to do the full summary like this? Because I'm not opposed to that.
I think it would get offensive.
Oh, okay.
And we probably shouldn't do that. I know. In Transylvania, at Count Dracula's castle, at precisely 6:49 p.m., a bat enters the dwelling. It hovers behind a mustached man in a chef's uniform, reading before a roaring fire. But this chef knows he is there and chases the bat with his net. This is no ordinary bat. He metamorphoses back into his true form, revealing it is Count Dracula himself. And he is very hurt that Chef Jaloux didn't recognize him and was wearing his favorite evil bunny slippers. How are you going to wear someone else's slippers? That is not nice.
It's weird. No, I think that's a bit weird.
It's not appropriate.
No, don't wear other people's slippers.
Don't wear other people's slippers.
Oh, I steal Cullens all the time, though. But that's different when you're married to the person. Because he also steals mine.
Don't steal your boss's slippers?
Don't steal your boss's slippers. No. Anywho, Count Dracula has returned from his worldwide jelly donut tour. Not being a light packer, he's brought plenty of bags back. It's been a delightful exchange and exploration of flavours and delights, but nothing compares to the blood orange jelly donut all vampires crave. And Dracula just so happens to make the best. Humans think they are good too.
You know what? I feel like I just need to insert it right now. I don't know about an orange flavored donut. It doesn't sound good to me.
No, but I was thinking about this. Lemon curd is fine. And it's the citrus. So I'm thinking actually it wouldn't be so bad if you think of it as part of the citrus family and not of it necessarily being orange. Because I instantly think marmalade. I don't like marmalade.
I don't know. Anyway, Chef Jaloux unpacks all the awards and accolades Dracula picked up on his tour so the Count can show them off at Brunch Club. That may be a problem, though, as Constantine has returned and taken over Brunch Club, and things have gotten a bit weird. Constantine has made a no humans rule, meaning no fraternizing with humans is allowed. There are more vampires in the club now, and they're all new and strangely loyal to Constantine. Dracula is determined to win everyone over with his blood orange donuts and put everything back to normal to honor his late father's dream of a united Transylvania and Dracula's dream of pastries and brunch.
I think my dreams closely align with Dracula's.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Dracula sends a crow messenger inviting the Brunch Club members to his castle the following day. Then Chef Jaloux escorts the Count to the dining room for breakfast. It's nearly 7 p.m. after all. Unfortunately for Dracula, he's served a cupcake, not a delicious jelly-filled donut. Chef Jaloux explains all the jelly in the castle was stolen, and there was a jelly shortage in town too, and the supply Dracula sent ahead of his arrival home never came. Chef Jaloux suggests they can try and get some blood oranges in town from the market, but Dracula thinks this would have been useful information to know before the Brunch Club invites were sent, as making jelly takes time.
Elena, a local human with the hots for Dracula, and an extreme desire to become a member of the undead, has come to visit. She's here to pick up decorations for the charity event she's running to help sick children. Because Dracula has mentioned donating a year's supply of donuts, tickets have been through the roof. Dracula looks shifty as he agrees that he can honor the promise. As Elena leaves, she tells Dracula to sort Constantine out. She's not a vampire, despite really, really wanting to be one, so she is currently excluded from the Brunch Club. And I mean, the girl's got her donut cravings.
Panicking, Dracula threatens Chef Jaloux with the disciplined dungeon.
I love the discipline dungeon.
We will meet it shortly. If he can't find the ingredients for the jelly, he can't let Elena down because he likes her too.
Obviously.
Together, Count and Chef head to town, but unfortunately there are no fruits to be found anywhere, and raisins do not count.
Ew, no.
Yuck, gross. Dracula revels under the attention he receives from humans in town. The lack of fruit is very suspicious, so they go looking for Vlad, who usually knows what's going on. Vlad is a younger vampire who recently got fang implants, and frankly, they look ridiculous.
They're so big.
They're just like saber-toothed tiger size.
Oh, especially when he's in bat form.
Oh my god, it's just ridiculous. He's such a lad.
Vlad confirms that there have been no blood oranges in town for months. And they've had to resort to jarred jelly. Ugh. So vampires are feeling run down. Vlad tells Dracula to be careful. Things have changed. With the vampires lacking energy, they've not been fighting back, just going with the flow. The humans erected a giant statue of Dracula sitting on a giant donut, which is nice, but it made Constantine jealous. With that, Vlad needs to go, so he turns into a bat and flies off. He'll see Dracula at the brunch club.
As Dracula and Chef Jaloux try unsuccessfully the ye olde cheesy shoppy for jelly, Constantine creeps up to them like a creep. He reiterates his stupid policy about not fraternising with humans. Lame. And asserts that the brunch club is his concern. It was bold of Dracula to crow at everyone, and he hopes Dracula can actually provide his jelly donuts. If he doesn't, then the vampires will turn on him. Suitably nervous, Dracula orders Chef Jaloux to find a jar of jelly. Find it, or it's a discipline dungeon for you.
The following night, Chef Jaloux wakes Dracula from a nightmare into a real-life nightmare. The brunch club is being stolen from him. Dracula asks Chef Jaloux to serve his dry scones. They're so dense, they won't be able to eat anything else. The brunch club arrives, ready for Dracula's donuts, and not excited at all about the scones. When Constantine arrives, he demands the donuts. Chef Jaloux has been working on them, but with kale, they're gross. And they're doomed.
Yeah, he would be with that. Gross. No. Dracula opts to tell the members of the truth. There are no jelly donuts. His vaults were raided and the crate he sent vanished. While the members reel in devastation, Constantine turns red with anger. Dracula is meant to supply his fellow vampires with blood orange jelly donuts, not bland food. He's not meant to give his donuts to human charity, and his Transylvania cream donuts are a disgrace! Bet they're not. I bet they're really nice.
No, those are the ones that are made with kale.
Can you be cream with kale? Creamed kale? No, you can't.
I mean,
Ew. No.
you can hide kale in things. I bet that they're okay. I bet they're not as bad as we think they are.
I would, if it's just a cream one and not kale cream, I think that would be alright. Constantine calls Brunch Club to an end and all the vampires leave. Dracula is devastated, even too distraught to be tyrannical, and takes Chef Jaloux to the discipline dungeon. Oh.
Later that night, as Dracula takes a walk to fully dwell in his misery, he runs into Elena. He admits that Brunch Club didn't go well because Constantine used the jelly shortage against him and is turning others away from him. You know what? If we're not suspicious of Constantine, already. I mean, you should be.
I mean, the guy's sus from the outset.
Yeah. Dracula does not say this shortage will affect Elena's auction, and neither does she realize it. Regardless, Elena tells Dracula he can brunch with her if Constantine can't get over his issues. This perks Dracula up. He hates the animosity that used to exist between vampires and humans. His father worked hard to end it, and now Dracula continues the fight. Elena invites Dracula to dinner the following night, and they part ways. Dracula heading home to Chef Jalou, self-disciplining in the discipline dungeon by eating peas. His little face covered in pea slime is hilarious.
Ew.
Oh my gosh, it's meant to be the discipline dungeon, not a torture chamber. Don't force feed yourself peas.
40 of them. He ate 40 of them.
Look, I love peas. I would eat all the peas. They're delicious.
I like a pea. I do, but I can imagine these ones have been done like really nastily.
Oh. Dracula heads to bed, hoping the next day will be better.
Spoilers! It does not get better. Dracula wakes up to a letter from Constantine formally advising his membership to the Brunch Club is under review for multiple failures, and the Ghost Gourmet has just arrived to taste his famous jelly donuts. Dracula resorts to hypnotising the Ghost Gourmet with his suspicious donut-looking vampire medallion to come back in 2 weeks. One problem averted for now. Dracula puts on a dapper cape to go to Elena's for dinner.
I think I love this scene the most. Dracula arrives at Elena's family cottage with a bouquet of red roses for Elena's mom and black roses for Elena. Elena's parents are lovely, though her father is absolutely convinced, 100%, nothing will change his mind, that Dracula is not a vampire. This is despite the capes, the black clothes, the fangs, the death-like complexion, the aversion to salt and garlic, the ability to turn into a bat, and to top it all, being told multiple times by multiple people, including Count Dracula himself, that he is truly a vampire. I love it so much.
He has an answer for everything. That Halloween costume.
The dinner goes well at first, though the auction promise reminds Dracula of his sticky blood orange situation. It's only when talk turns to Constantine and his rumored involvement in Dracula's father's disappearance that dinner turns sour and Dracula has to leave.
Dracula turns into a bat to get away from Elena, and I know for a fact everybody who watches What We Did in the Shadows, every time it turns into a bat, goes, "Bat!" A la Laszlo. Because you've got to.
You have to.
Elena comes running after him, but she is a force of nature and very threatening, so he changes back. Elena tells Dracula he can be honest with her and open with her, and though it's hard, Dracula shares his worries about Constantine, losing the Brunch Club and how it will affect the vampire-human relations he holds so dear as a legacy from his father. He also tells Elena how his father died. He was burned up when the coffin he sought refuge in from the daylight at the coffin workshop was replaced with a tanning bed with a faulty latch. They said it was a freak accident, but Dracula is sceptical. And Elena outright doesn't believe that. Listen, I've seen enough Final Destination to know you don't get into a tanning bed to save your life. And also, tanning beds have no places in coffin workshops.
No, and you know what? They don't even really look alike.
No.
No. Like, you can see inside a tanning bed when it's closed.
Yeah.
That's not safe. It's not light tight. All of them. Suddenly, Elena pricks her finger on a rosebush thorn. The blood wells, and Dracula is curious as to what the bright red stuff is on her finger. He's never seen blood before. Not buying it.
Very careful in the kitchen.
I'm not buying it.
When it comes to shopping.
As Elena has dramatics about her finger dropping off, Dracula tends the wound. He licks her finger, and whoa, it's absolutely amazing. Although I will say, don't lick others' fingers.
I mean, it depends what your kink is into, and we don't shame about that.
The blood gives Dracula life and energy, and he wants more. When Elena asks if she needs a blood transfusion, Dracula takes that as a wonderful idea and dashes off to the hospital for a little light blood bag snack.
11 minutes of gluttony later, Dracula is inspired. Racing home to Chef Jaloux, he declares he has a new secret ingredient for the jelly. Blood! He's confident Chef Jaloux will figure out how to make it work while Dracula sleeps.
8 hours of lying awake later, Dracula emerges from his coffin, eager to hunt for blood. First stop, the butcher. After a conversation where Dracula comes across very creepy, he resorts to hypnosis to make the butcher supply him with animal blood. On his way back to the castle with a bucket of blood, Dracula runs into Vlad. Vlad lets Dracula know that Constantine has started a petition to have him removed from Brunch Club on the grounds that Chef Jaloux is the true mastermind behind the donuts. Scandal! It's a malicious lie! Is it, though? Dracula is confident his new secret ingredient will win over the naysayers.
Back at the castle, Chef Jaloux has made the donuts and is just finishing piping the blood jelly into them when Elena arrives. She almost eats a donut, but Dracula and Chef Jaloux stop her. Anyway, she's come with good news. 1,250 tickets to the charity auction have been sold, and it's all thanks to Dracula's donuts. Yay! Dracula and Chef Jaloux look very nervous as there are only 2 days until the event. When Elena has left, Dracula tries one of the blood donuts, and it's amazing! Chef Jaloux calls them Bloodvarian cream donuts. Suddenly, a bat appears, and after hitting him with a broom, it turns into Vlad. Constantine has called a brunch club meeting at midnight. Fetch the spatula! It is time to make more donuts!
The Brunch Club meeting is a formal affair. Constantine accuses Dracula of ignoring his kind, putting them in danger, and being irresponsible for leaving for 6 months, meaning they could not get the jelly they crave and rely on for energy. Dracula accuses Constantine of killing the vibe, and would be quite chipper if he'd like to share some tips. The vote for Dracula's expulsion is in the majority. Dracula then reveals his new, tastier, more energy-giving donuts, and the vampires agree to try them before kicking Dracula out. They are a resounding success, and Dracula wins back all the votes. Constantine is not pleased and orders his minion to look into Dracula's baking. Dracula asks Vlad to keep an eye on Constantine.
2 nights later, Dracula runs into Elena at the hospital. She was giving nurses tickets to the charity auction, and Dracula was on the hunt for blood. As they talk, Elena mentions how her horse was at the vet's for passing out, and they discovered she had 2 round dots on her neck. She lost blood, but thankfully doesn't need a transfusion. A transfusion, you say? Where they give you blood for free? Meanwhile, Chef Jaloux is working on making donuts for the vampires and a batch for the charity auction, really doesn't think Dracula should give humans Bavarian cream donuts, even if they do eat rare steaks.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. They're definitely not vegetarian.
Mm-mm.
No.
The time for the charity auction to help sick children has arrived. Dracula delivers a few boxes of Bloodvarian cream donuts before Elena's father mingles around the room with him. One of the attendees just happens to mention a strange caped man buying up all the jelly. Interesting. As the auction starts, Vlad appears. He's come to report that Constantine is planning on getting rid of Dracula. Permanently.
Back in the auction room, the humans are vomiting and clutching their stomachs. Stomach bug, perhaps? Oh, the donuts? Oh no. Dracula confesses to Elena what the secret ingredient in Bloodvarian cream donuts is. She's not angry. She's raging, actually. Dracula may have not wanted to let her down, but this is letting her down. Elena's father finally believes Dracula is a vampire. Finally, something that changes his mind.
Finally.
Blood-filled donuts. Elena sends Dracula away.
Outside, Dracula doesn't see Constantine hiding behind a tree as he flies off as a bat. In the town, he sulks on a park bench. He watches the townsfolk pull down his statue. Back at his castle, Chef Jaloux is clearly hypnotized and has the ghost gourmet tied up. Running back to town in a panic, Dracula sees the sun beginning to rise and turns into a bat to hide in the sewer.
5 days later, Elena and Chef Jaloux are out searching for Dracula. When Elena shouts she takes back what she said to him, he appears. Elena tells him the illness was caused by salmonella in the spinach salad, possibly due to someone messing with the crops. Chef Jaloux confirms he was hypnotised by Constantine and his minion Orlok. His parrot recorded it all, including their plan to throw Dracula out in the sun. A literal parrot. Elena wants to kick their butts and take no prisoners, but Dracula is too tired to fight back. Elena energizes him by pricking her finger on a nail and letting him drink the blood. They realise they need someone on the inside to help them take Constantine down, so they need to find Vlad.
They find Vlad at home doing a fang whitening regimen. A few minutes and a wardrobe change later, because Vlad doesn't wear pants at home. Vlad admits to having no idea that Constantine was being so devious. Vlad will wrangle the rest of the brunch club so they can tell them about Constantine.
A little while later, in a clearing in the forest, Dracula, Chef Jaloux with his parrot, Elena and Vlad tell the club about Constantine's plot to kill Dracula. They talk about how quickly Constantine came back and took over the brunch club when Dracula left on his tour, the rules and changes he made, and that he's been getting the vampires to ruin the crops and hurt the humans. They also realise that, though the other vampires are tired from lack of blood orange jelly, Constantine is rather sprightly. Dracula takes the other vampires to the blood vault for some energising juice pouches before confronting Constantine. The blood vault is the hospital transfer blood vault, by the way.
The vampires turn into bats to scale Constantine's castle, while Elena and Chef Jaloux climb a rope. They search high and low, but it's not until Chef Jaloux pulls a book from the shelf titled Vindicated that they find Constantine's secret room filled with blood oranges and jars of jelly, and Orlok inside enjoying an energizing snack. They discover that Orlok is Constantine's minion because Constantine created Orlok. This confuses the other vampires. You can create vampires? Orlok asks that they don't tell Constantine they know about the secret room. It was one of the 2 secrets he was to keep.
The second secret has to do with the shouting they can hear. Constantine has a personal refuel room. It's a room full of imprisoned townsfolk. One by one, Constantine takes them out. They hear screams and the person never comes back. As the humans disappear, the ranks of the Brunch Club grow because he's turning them into vampires. Unfortunately, they don't remember their human life. Dracula checks with the now vampire postmaster standing right there if he ate all the jelly Dracula sent home. But he didn't, because the package is right over there. It's just under the cloth. You can see it. It's in a box.
Suddenly, Constantine comes home. They confront him with the evidence: hoarding jelly, stealing supplies, kidnapping humans, drinking their blood, plotting to kill Dracula. It's all around them. The new vampires see that if Constantine can turn on Dracula, he can turn on any of them. Constantine tries to escape by throwing a straw and turning into a bat. But Elena has a cross and uses it to keep Constantine from flying out the window, and Chef Jaloux throws a coat over him. Lying on the floor in the fetal position, Constantine has lost. But what shall they do with him now? The discipline dungeon? Throw him in the sunlight? Dracula has an idea.
Oh.
Tanning bed.
Does involve peas. Tanning booth. Eat peas in a tanning booth. 1 month later, Dracula has opened a diner where humans and vampires can mingle. Chef Jaloux has just finished whipping up a batch of donuts. Elena's father comes out of a back room with a fresh bag of blood he's just donated. Constantine, with a sign around his neck saying blood donation and a forced smile on his face, collects the bag and offers him a complimentary donut for his donation. Orlok gives Elena's dad a blood sticker too. Half the blood donations go to the local hospital and the other half are kept for the vampire juice bar. Transylvania has truly united again. Elena takes the opportunity to ask to be made into a vampire, but Dracula is reluctant. I got twangs of Twilight here, by the way.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Constantine, though, was hardly discriminatory. A member of the town, Gregor, who was turned, and he's now over there as a vampire werewolf, is in the mix of the vampire ranks. Anyway, it's time to go for a bite. Elena puts to her neck.
What's up, fellow book nerds? It's time to feed your fiction shelf addiction. Hear book club style roundtables, bookish chats, and more. Join Tamara and her friends for fantasy and thriller read-alongs and other shenanigans over on the Shelf Addiction podcast. Listen now on your podcatcher of choice. Subscribe for free, and you too can have a shelf addiction.
Yay!
I really enjoyed this book.
I hope we have more, and I hope that there's something having to do with the vampire werewolf.
Yes.
Gregor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vampire hunters.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what they are.
Yeah, I suppose so. The vampire lore is interesting in this one, though. Because, by all accounts, and I can understand the newer ones, but, like, Dracula and Vlad and them, like, have never seen blood, because literally Dracula's reaction to seeing the little prick of blood on Elena's finger was to go absolutely bonkers and be desperate to try it.
Mm.
So it's like, has he never seen blood before?
I mean, that's what I asked you, and you kink shamed me for questioning it.
No, I kink shamed you about saying about licking people's fingers.
Okay.
The blood's different. But again, if that's what you're into, no kink shaming.
That's fine, yeah.
But it's more the fact that you didn't know. I mean, I understand that blood orange is the substitute for blood, because that's objectively funny. But yeah. And they didn't know you could create vampires?
Yeah, I mean, I question everything. But they did say that once you're turned into a vampire, you forget your human life. So maybe you have just lost all your knowledge.
But Dracula is a born vampire. So he remembers his dad. And you see the flashbacks, you see little baby Drac. So maybe his dad died before he had the talk.
Maybe.
Maybe you need to have the vampire talk.
Yeah, and clearly Dracula's dad is, a vegetarian vampire. Twilight style, at least.
Yeah.
Except actually maybe even more, because he's feeding them fruit.
Maybe, yes. Maybe that's what the Cullens need to do, is take on a donut lifestyle.
Yeah, maybe they do.
That's true vegetarianism, vampire vegetarianism.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it would work. I think you would need something... Honestly, I think that you would need something closer to kale than the blood orange. Because at least kale has, lots of calcium and stuff. What is it in blood that vampires need to survive? Let's discover that, and then let's find the fruit or vegetable version of it.
Well, then we're moving into the grounds of True Blood, because you could just create a synthetic version.
That's true, you could.
But I would argue that's like how you've got actual sugar and then you've got the sweetener.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can always tell when it's the sweetener because it's too saccharine.
I would caution you right now to stop that line of conversation, because I have diabetes.
I know, but you can taste the difference. That's what I'm saying. You can taste the difference when a substitute is being added to something.
Yes, that's true. I can definitely tell when real sugar has been used.
Exactly. For good or bad.
So now we're not talking about the book anymore. Now we're just trying to do science to try to figure out how a vampire would survive.
Yes, so it makes it easy for us when we turn into vampires.
Right, yeah.
It's good to have options.
Yeah. It's good. It's good to do science.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if it is just, a trip to Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme, then, that makes life a lot more expensive, but a little easier.
Yeah. I feel like there's maybe a little bit less guilt there as well.
Yeah.
If you're eating...
Especially if you have, the club card things where you get free donuts.
Yeah. Because you probably don't have one of those in your wallet for eating humans.
Imagine if you did.
I mean, I kind of want one to just carry around, and I'm going to punch holes in it and show it off on accident to everyone.
The stamp would have to be like a little person outline.
Yeah. Or nothing like a blood drop.
Mundane as a blood drop. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Was that not too mundane?
I don't know. A cross?
Yeah.
Cross could be good.
Or like a little face with the X's over the eyes. But I think that's if you're going too far. And my argument is it's wasteful to it's one thing to have a steak and have to murder the animal for the flesh.
Right.
But to take its blood, you can transfuse it out.
Yeah.
Which is always annoying in movies and TV shows where the vampires are such messy eaters. You're just wasting.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
Stop it. Stop getting blood everywhere. I can understand it happening, once or twice. But not every time.
Vampires should not be messy eaters.
They shouldn't. They ruin their capes.
Yes.
And their crisp white shirts. Their sleeveless white unbuttoned button-down shirts. Don't get blood on your white unbuttoned button-down shirt. Your sleeveless white unbuttoned button-down shirt. So many adjectives involved in that shirt. Don't get blood on it, though, okay?
No.
Talking about this book a little bit more.
Yes, that's probably a good idea.
Elena is us?
Yes. 100%.
We are Elena?
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That last panel where she's just pointing at an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do like the fact that she argues that she is potentially already half vampire anyways, because she much just prefers the dark, and she's always out at night time, and apart from not being able to turn into a vampire, having a reliance on blood orange jelly donuts and having the hypnosis medallion, she's a vampire.
Yeah. I mean, that means we are too.
Exactly.
Practically.
Well, yeah. And we've already talked about, like alternative food sources, so we can be, sensitive about it.
Yeah. We know. We're ready. We're ready to become vampires, Claire. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about because I think we talked about all of my favorite stuff.
Did we talk about Elena's dad not accepting Dracula as a vampire?
I mean, that was just one of the best scenes.
Thing.
It was so good. Just everything. There was an argument for everything.
He didn't even think about it. It was just straight away. It's this, it's this, it's this. And even Dracula, he's like, no, I'm definitely a vampire. He's like, you're not, it's fine.
Like, but really, I am. Nah.
You're a good kid.
You know what? You can be a good kid and a vampire. They're not mutually exclusive.
Exactly.
And that's why we're signing up. We want to be vampires.
There we go, manifesting. I really liked Vlad's fang. His teeth whitening machine, which is basically he holds a stick in his mouth that has at the end a candle and a magnifying glass. and they come to Elena and Dracula and Chef Julie at Vlad's window, and then they realise he doesn't have pants on. He's established earlier on in the story, at home, he doth not wear no pants.
Right.
Which is fine and fair,
sure.
and I know, and pretty much live with somebody who comes home instantly and takes off their pants.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with not wearing pants inside your own home.
Exactly. It's your own home, do what you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was hilarious. And the discipline dungeon is one of the greatest concepts.
Yes.
Where it's like, no, it's supposed to be discipline, not torture.
Right.
The 40 peas.
Yes, but eating peas is torture. I like peas. I'll eat them.
Yeah, but that would be discipline to eat 40 peas. Having wind chimes would be torture. There's a difference, you know?
Yeah.
You're not going to... Dracula would not have the latter. He would have the former.
Oh, chills. Chills have happened. Chills. I hate it. Please don't put me in the wind chime dungeon.
You know? Because that's torture. That's not the way Dracula rolls.
Yeah, it's not. Dracula's much nicer than that. It was very hard for me to decide who my favorite character was in this one, so I just said all of them.
I agree.
I feel like it's like a cop-out answer, but...
I support that.
I love all of them.
Each one of them has something different.
Yeah. I even Constantine and Orlok.
Yeah, because
I appreciate them.
Constantine is a proper funny old man vampire with old ways of thinking. And then at the end, when he's being disciplined, being punished, and they're like, say it with a smile. Would you like a donut with that?
What about surprises?
The fact that no one recognised the new vampires are the villagers, because they're still mingled in some way, shape or form. Like, they didn't mingle, but the Brunch Club still went on for a little while before there was a no humans rule.
Yeah.
And the vampires still go into town and they still see the villagers. They may not talk to them, but it still happens.
Yeah.
And nobody went, hang on, that's the postmaster. And there are some panels where you do see missing posters.
Yes.
And people's faces, and you can go, oh yeah, that's just... But yeah, but then none of the vampires, who, again, previously mingled with the humans, went, hang on, you're farmer such and such. You work at the cheese shop. You're the postmaster.
There are just some things I think we just have to let go.
It's an unknowable.
Yeah.
I think the lesson here is take note of your neighbours a bit more. Not in like a malicious way, but in a well-being way.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe just pay attention to your surroundings.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, always be prepared.
Always be prepared, and yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about yourself?
My surprise really just goes back to our science that we were semi-discussing earlier. Like, why does the blood orange work? What is it in the blood orange? Is it the sugar? Because there's a lot of sugar in oranges. Is that what gives them their boost?
I want to check to see if it's also something to do with the colouring, because it was the bright redness that we talked about a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's something to do with...
It's just like, it's like a placebo effect. You think that it's what you need, so your body agrees.
It's purely psychosomatic. Yeah. So try it with strawberries and other red foods that I can't think of right now.
Yeah. Cherry.
Red velvet cake.
Raspberry.
An apple. But no, that wouldn't work because it's not red on the inside.
No, it's
just red on the inside.
Red on the outside. Yeah, it doesn't work.
Food dye things red to see if it would work.
Yeah. Just any red food? Like ketchup?
Yeah, see if it works.
Okay.
I don't think if you could live on tomatoes as a vampire, I think you'd be very happy.
I would be, for sure. I would rather eat tomatoes than people.
That's good to know.
I feel like it needed to be said.
Yeah. I think tomatoes will be easier than people as well. They don't run away and they don't scream.
Yeah. It's the screaming would just be annoying after a while.
You know when you just want to have a nice quiet meal? Maybe you want to, vegetate in front of the TV and eat your dinner.
Yeah.
You don't want it screaming, crying, begging to be set free.
Yeah, stop it.
You want it to just be like, there. So if you could just eat some tomatoes and that would work, that'd be good.
Yeah, I think it would be better. Yeah. I just got reminded of the screaming butterflies.
Yes, I was thinking that as well. Yeah. I may have done an impression of the screaming butterflies in a restaurant the other day.
It's amazing. Did you have a favorite Final Thought quote?
Oh, there's so many. The problem with this being an audio medium, I can't show you the panels.
I know. There's so many good panels. The one where he has an idea, Dracula has an idea, and above his head pops up a candle. Like, how do you get more perfect than that?
It's genius. It's the purest genius.
Especially in this universe where tanning beds also exist. So there are light bulbs.
Oh, there's a very big mix of modern technology.
Yes.
And medieval Transylvanian village.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yes, I did. The aesthetic's very good. It's so well. It's so smart. And there's so many pun jokes. I'm going to give one as well.
Okay.
And it's so well illustrated. Highly recommend.
So good. Especially for a debut. Like, how perfect is this?
Oh, it's just so much fun. When you pointed it out on the New Indie Spotlight, I was like, yeah, okay. So then this looks great. This looks perfect for us. And you know how much I do love a graphic novel.
Right.
So then when I actually looked at it and looked at the panels, I was like, the artwork is just, it's so
good.
fun. It's so fun. And then I was looking at the example panels. I was like, oh, right. So it may have been put on my wish list. And then when the hubby was like, oh, I'm getting such and such, is there anything you want? And I said, I have a wish list. Treat me to something. This is what I got treated with. And I'm like, yes!
Yeah.
Yes.
And then...
It's making it into family book club now.
Yeah. And then you messaged me, look what I just got. We should talk about this one soon. And I said, oh, okay. And then I bought it immediately.
Less than 24 hours later, I got the reciprocal text message of, look what I got. Okay, so I'm going to give you some quotes, some words rather than pictures.
Okay.
I'm never one to kill the vibe master. And I would like to think I'm not the one to kill the vibe, but I think I actually am the one who kills the vibe. Yeah. Okay, so Dracula, set the scene. Dracula and Chef Julie enters ye oldie cheesy shop. Good idea! Not the time for cheese jokes. It's always the time for cheese jokes. And a visit to the oldie cheese shoppy.
Yes.
Cheese.
I loved the cheese shop, by the way. And when I was reading that part, I was like, oh my God, there's a cheese shop and they sell jam there. Claire's going to love this.
I was right there. So I was in a cafe, like takeout place thing the other day, just getting a couple of coffees and some lunches for me and the hubby. And somebody was buying cheese scones. And they went, so it made me really want cheese scones. So I did end up, I subconsciously gave into all of the, not subconsciously, I just gave into the advertising and the constant talk about cheese scones and then buying cheese scones as well. But they were like, oh, somebody came in and said they'd like to have cheese scones with jam. That sounds disgusting. And I went, no, actually that sounds quite nice. And they went, what? I went, because you get cheese with fruit in it. Yeah. And you go to a cheese shop and you get samples with different chutneys and jams and jellies.
Yeah.
All sorts of different fruity things.
Yeah.
And the looks I was getting from the two people behind the counter and the one person, like the customer, I was like, go to a supermarket and just look at the cheese. The amount of cheese that does have fruit in, especially at Christmas.
Yeah.
You can't... So I was like, go to the Wensleydale Creamery, they've got free samples. Anywho. That's my thing for it. Anyway. Next quote. Usually the screams of those who have wronged me make me happy and make me feel in charge of this castle. And the last one, though there are many. I smell like a Christmas ham! Oh no, I think I'm going to have to give you one more. Another pun.
Okay.
This is Elena and Dracula after Dracula's just licked Elena's bloody finger. Be positive? Elena, I'm trying to be.
I love it.
I love puns. Okay, yeah. Right, I'm going to stop there before I just read the book out.
That is my blood type, by the way. I feel like everyone should know. It's B positive.
I don't know what mine is.
I really feel like it should be B negative.
You want to be B negative,
because
but unfortunately you are positive.
Damn it.
Sucks to suck. Ugh. Sucks to not suck.
Ugh.
It sucks to not suck.
It does. My quotes that I am sharing are just like random things that don't really have to do with anything that we talked about in the summary. These are just things that happened also in the story. Well, the first one that I chose, get me my crow. I did like that one. And we did talk about the crows sending the messages. So that one's not completely unrelated. I also appreciate I had to poison the maintenance man because you just had to. Sweet fancy midnight. I just want to start saying that one.
Yes, you must.
Yeah.
That needs to be included.
Yeah. This one that we did talk about, it's not a scone if you don't choke on its dryness. And finally, another one that has nothing to do with anything. I hypnotized that girl so she'd puke every time she said anything mean.
That is something you would do.
I would do that. It's so good. I feel like we just everyone needs to go and read this book for sure.
Yes.
And pick up on all of the things we did not discuss because there's so much happening.
Yes.
It's very, very good.
It's the beauty of the drawn media is that there's so much hidden in the panels as well.
Yeah. All right. Is it time? Is it time for abbreviated Would You Rather? Pew, 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 pew.
We asked, would you rather eat jelly donut or cream-filled donut? On Facebook, the Fictional Hangover page, it was 77% said they would have a cream donut. The book club was straight up 50-50. And on Instagram, cream donut was 67%.
Mm-hmm.
We do have some comments.
Mm-hmm.
Emily said, ooh, this is so tough. Both are delicious. But I went with a jelly donut because there are tons of jelly that go well with a donut.
Jessica said, neither, LOL. I would starve. I don't do surprise filling at all. Haha.
I mean, you could pick the filling so you know what to expect.
Right, yeah. But you know what? Some people just don't like filled donuts. Maybe Jessica prefers a chocolate glaze or pink with sprinkles.
No, I'm with her if that's the case.
Yeah.
Alan said vanilla or custard or chocolate or strawberry cream or ...
Constance says raspberry jam in a glazed donut. Perfection.
Bree said cream fill's always better. Jelly, you always have to be careful at what kind of flavour you're getting. Cream, though, is always tasty no matter what variety it is.
I will argue against that one. Candace says jelly, strawberry or blackberry.
And Trina Reeds said, if it's the same as UK jam-filled donuts, then I would go with the jelly ones.
Glim Glam Jen says, I pick cream-filled donuts from the greatest donut shop in the world, Dale's. It's a very local place. They do have good donuts.
And Coral Reef Book reads, cream-filled, long as it's with some chocolate glaze.
Okay, I'm going to go with cream-filled, but like a whipped cream. Don't put a tapioca or something inside my donut, because that is not what I'm here for. Ugh.
I, too, am going to go with cream, but like a custard cream.
No.
I think jam's a dangerous one because it's sticky, really sticky. And it's messy. Like,
Yeah.
it will give you food medals if it falls on in your clothes.
Yeah.
And sometimes the jam's not sweet, it's too tart.
Or there's like too much, and so you bite into it, and then it just oozes out all over the place, which you already said it's messy, but it can be too much.
Or if it's not a good donut place and there's barely any in it, you're like, well, it's just disappointment then.
Yeah.
It's just pure disappointment.
Yeah.
I will admit, though, I'm not the biggest donut fan. Like, I would, if there was something else to choose, I would try something else. I have recently tried a cronut, which is the croissant donut, and I thought that was quite delightful. It was just a plain ringed cronut with sugar on the top, and I thought that was quite delightful. I would personally not go for a filled donut. I would want to go for a ring.
Yes,
with
same.
a glaze.
Yeah, same. Exactly
but that's
the
not
same.
the question.
That's right.
The
It's not the
is
question.
cream. There's no option C.
No.
And if you're putting on, I'll go with option C, both. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's one or the other. It's the options that's presented, people.
Like, and if you're going to provide an option C, explain it.
Yeah.
Explain it and not just both.
Yeah. Because we'll enjoy it. We will enjoy those comments.
We will. But you got to explain your reasoning.
Option C is I buy a box of assorted and I eat them all.
Yeah.
And then you kind of go, actually, you've technically answered it because you've, Yeah.
It's fine.
Anyway, that's enough of my question.
It's fine. Okay. Next question. We only have 3 this time because this is a shorty.
Yes.
Would you rather eat a kale donut or a dry scone?
Dry scone. I will nibble that for about 6 hours if needs to. A kale donut does not sound delightful. I've nibbled a dry scone for hours before.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with kale donut. If it's like when you're secretly trying to feed or eat your vegetables and you have to hide them in things, and then like you don't necessarily know. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. There's kale in that donut. Like,
yeah,
I'll eat that donut. Not kale flavored. Not kale cream. Creamed kale in a donut would be disgusting.
Better.
What?
Yes. I think there's better vegetables to use than kale.
But kale's it's a superfood.
Could be so sweet.
Yeah, a carrot could be good. But
you can juice that down and turn it into a jam.
You could. But Claire, that's not the question.
It's not. It's really
you just yelled about
point.
It. You just yelled about it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. This isn't option C. I'm kind of thinking there are other options as to a vegetable that will, for me, be better than kale.
Yeah.
I'm having the dry scone. I've already answered.
Right. Yeah.
I'm having the dry scone.
Yeah, for sure.
And if I can have a cup of tea, we're sorted. But yeah, I just feel like there's other vegetables that will be sweeter than what kale is and easier to turn into a jelly. Because I can imagine the kale one being quite stringy as well.
I mean, you just have to use a good tool to cream the kale. But also, that's not how I'm choosing to have my kale donut. My kale is hidden inside. It's hidden in the batter. It's not a cream.
What if, like, you do it like, when they do, like, maple bacon? So, like, you cook the kale in the sugaryness and use it as a sprinkle on top.
I mean, I would try it.
That could work.
I would try it.
That would be acceptable.
Yeah.
I'll watch you try all the variations of different kale donuts while I'm busy munching on this.
Okay.
Scone.
You'll be eating the same scone the whole time.
Oh, completely, yeah.
And it'll just get nibbles. Drier and drier and drier.
And I have to work the spit in my mouth to like...
Yeah.
I'm a brunch club. There's got to be beverages. Come on.
Yeah, there's got to be a mimosa, a Bloody Mary.
I just want a cup of tea.
Well, you can also have a cup of tea.
Coffee. Last question, because it's only a short one. Would you rather go to a brunch club or to a charity auction? No shade.
Is there fun stuff at the charity auction? Is there stuff that I can, like, bid on and win? And my money goes to a good cause?
You are the Lord and Master. We have not specified.
I'm going to go to a charity auction then. I feel like a brunch club, I have to go every time because it's a club. And I don't want to do that. I want to eat my brunch in peace. So I'm going to go to the charity auction.
I want my brunch unregulated.
Yeah. Don't tell me what I can eat. Don't tell me who I can brunch with. Because I'm brunching by myself.
Yes. I will come with that to that charity auction.
Okay.
And I would possibly even make it a silent charity auction.
Yeah.
So we don't have to sit there with the whole auctioneer shouting at us. And
holding up the little paddles. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've never been to a proper auction, but that terrifies me. I I was just fanning myself and I wasn't bidding.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're bankrupt and having to live on the streets, except you've got like an original Banksy
Yeah.
that's just been destroyed.
Yeah, no, it's for sure a silent auction. And we're just going to go write our names on a list.
And I want a varying degree of stuff as well. I want just like the cheap and cheerful kind of things.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And, high-ended stuff so that can,
Yeah.
for the rich people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a charity auction. Let's have a Fictional Hangover charity auction.
Yes.
Okay.
We are a charity, are we not? We're a charity case. Join us on Patreon.
Give us money, we're sad.
Buy our merch.
It's fine. Okay, if you liked this, try this. What can you suggest?
I've got 2 books, because one's number 1 and the other one's number 2. And I stole them from my son's bookshelf, because they're called Donut Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a comic, and it's for the same age range, and they are just as freaking hilarious. The donuts are actually having a fight with bagels. We often have this debate in the house of donuts versus bagels. The first book is called Take Over the World, and the second book is called Make a Mess. But on the back, it's by Neil Cameron. I don't think I said that. So from the back of the book, "Hey you! Yes you! Do you like donuts? Of course, they're the best. Well, you're in luck, because this whole book is about the Donut Squad. Get ready to meet the funniest, craziest, jammiest donuts in all the world and see all their exciting adventures. Sounds great! Not only will I read this book right now, I will also obey the donuts and help them take over the world." Excellent.
It's fantastic.
So that's from the back of the book. And then the bagels do start to come in on the second one. It's very funny. I do enjoy these books. I have read them.
It's great. They look very cute.
They are hilarious. They're really hilarious. The author's done some online tutorials on how to do the donuts and how to make comics and stuff. And we've done a few of them, and they are... It's ridiculously easy to draw a donut, I'll be quite honest. But the composition of doing a 3 or 4 panel comic is very difficult. I have to try and dig mine out, I'll show you.
That would be amazing. Share it with everyone.
I will try and remember.
Okay.
Okay, what have you got?
I am going to suggest a book that I have not read, but it looks great. It might be the same thing that happened with Dracula's Brunch Club. This one is called Hunger's Bite by Taylor Robin. And it's also a graphic novel, I believe. A specter is haunting the Atlantic. After growing up together on the luxurious SS Lark, Nita Pandy and Emery Botwright are ready to start their lives. Emery wants to follow in his father's footsteps and sail the Lark forever, while Nita yearns to travel the world. But neither will have any future at all if the Lark's new owner, Mr. Honeycutt, has his way. Mr. Honeycutt, the first-class passengers adore him, while he makes the ship a nightmare for the crew. Twisted by unnatural appetites, the rich are actually transforming into something less than human, and their insatiable demands soon push the staff toward a quite literal burnout. Something otherworldly is undeniably aboard the SS Lark, something horribly hungry. But it's not Wick Farley, vampire, secret agent, and paranormal investigator. Alone and at sea, with only Nita and Emery to help him, he must uncover the truth about Mr. Honeycutt, and fast, before a ravenous craving for power consumes them all. Like, you think it's just like a normal thing happening, but no! There's a vampire!
The cover looks very dramatic.
It does. It does.
Very, very dramatic. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Do we have a new and indie spotlight this week that can be about donuts?
Well, No. We did have one, but I was questioning you about it while you were inserting it, and you ignored everything that I was saying. I found, separately to you, Donut Squad, Take Over the World by Neil Cameron, coming out October 6th of 2026. So I'm not sure what's going on with that and how you already have it, unless it's only a UK thing now and it's being published elsewhere. But I kept saying to you, but Claire, I have it here, and you just ignored every word that I said. So I found something else instead, and I think this one is also a good fit for us. And if you already have it, don't tell me. Don't ruin my fun. I was so proud of finding the donut book, and I thought that you would love it, and you did. And I was right. So, this other one that I found on NetGalley is called Don't Be Scared by Sadia Faruqi. It comes out in September. Do you already have this one?
No.
Get out of here. Riz Chowdhury lives for two things. Get this, Claire. Movies and anything spooky. Are we already best friends with Riz?
Yay!
Yay! His dad, though,
yes.
Not so much. While Riz dreams of filmmaking and jump scares, his father dreams of Riz going to med school or law school, and neither one of those includes ghosts. But the film club is Riz's safe haven, a place where other supernatural-obsessed first-gen kids swap scary stories from their cultures. So, when the group decides to film a documentary about the creepy old mansion in town, Riz is all in, and so is Claire. But there's a problem. His dad wants Riz to quit the club, and the building is about to be demolished. Now Riz and his friends must use the power of filmmaking to save the mansion before it vanishes forever. So this one we have a hashtag tenuous link of being removed from a club. Just as close as I could get.
I like it, though. I like it. We love a hashtag tenuous link.
We do. We really, really do. Okay, so that's the end of this episode of Fictional Hangover. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire.
Join us next time as we discuss They Bloom at Night by Trang Than Tran. Look out for our Would You Rather polls and monthly challenges on social media. Don't forget about our book club on Discord. Be sure to visit our shop on Redbubble at fictionalhangover.redbubble.com for all your favorite Fictional Hangover themed merchandise, and become a patron of ours on Patreon at patreon.com/fictionalhangover. Until next time, remember, the only cure for a fictional hangover is another book.
Yay!
Yay!
You can find us at fictionalhangover.com and follow us on all social media at Fictional Hangover. If you like this episode, check out our others and be sure to rate, review and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for listening.